So, welcome guys to the Division 3 race 8 in here Italian Monza, and it's time for 80 minutes qualifying. Let's see who's gonna be first. It seems like it is Smelly. So it seems like try qualifying session, and hopefully it's gonna stay try in the race also. So everybody else is on soft tires, but APAC seems to be on medium tires, and so let's jump on board with Smiley. He is the first man on lap, and he takes white line on the perfect exit of Parabolica, and DRS open, and we are heading into turn 1. And he cuts perfectly the corner, and then traction out of that, and there's one of the Haas in front of him. Hopefully he would get away, and there's sector 3 yellow flags, and it's a little bit traffic there, and then it's Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2, and then open up the DRS, and he's gonna took a little bit slipstream of Haas, and 100-meter board braking, and then Variante Ascari, and then it's a one final corner Parabolica, and then it's finish line. And let's see what kind of time he's gonna put, and he gets very tight line, and he goes to the pit lane. Next is gonna be Bombastic puts 118.7. There's a lot of cars coming to the Parabolica and starting their laps. Let's see, Kuklon is gonna start his lap now, and Ferrari is right behind him, turn 1, and he has invalidated his lap, so let's see, where's he? It's Nick Hill on a Ferrari, and he's coming to the second Variante, and he goes a little bit wide, but I don't think he doesn't lose so much time on there. There's Williams ahead of him, so yeah, it's get really nice out of the way. And Smiley has got outlap again and try to make better time, and Navarre goes P1 118.0, and there's a Parabolica, and then it's finish line for Nick Hill on the Ferrari, and he goes 8, 118.9. And let's see who's gonna be next. It's Sipax on medium tires. So let's see what kind of time he gonna put on those medium tires. And then gets really good exit of Parabolica. And he goes 11 and 119.6. It's very behind of Chris. And I think he should switch to the softs and try again. And let's see, Smalley has, where Smalley is, and his second variante, and he gets again really bad exit of that turn, and then Lesmo 1, really good line, and second Lesmo also really good exit, and there's open, and then variante Askari, nice line to there. It's really hard to get right that corner, and then it's only one corner Parabolica left, and let's see what kind of time he's gonna put. And he goes P2 118.1, right behind Navarp in Williams. And let's see who is next. There's Pasix, I think. Yeah, Pasix is next. Who's gonna put lap? So jump on board him. So he's gonna. Let's see. Yeah. So he's coming through the second variante, braking at 100 meter pod, and got nicely the corner and get really good exit of that turn to the Lesmos. And then he's got very good slipstream from his teammate Bombastic, and that's great team playing from Bombastic, and I think Pasix is gonna give Bombastic also the slipstream on next lap, and so he's gonna out of Parabolica and crossing the finish line now, and he goes P1 170.9. That's a very good lap from him, and he got very good slipstream again. This is great team playing from Red Bull team. So let's jump on board with other Red Bull Bombastic, and he's coming to the second chicane, and there's a yellow flag. There's a Williams has spun it. It's Alba Kings, but he got away from that situation pretty well. And Nick Phil retired from the session, and echoes. What's happened on the Parabolica? Let's see, with Bombastic is we can see. There's two Ferraris on the Parabolica. Something has happened there. So, Parabolica and gets a little bit wide and missing a little bit apex and traction. But let's see what kind of time he's gonna put. And it goes P7 118.6. and then it's AlphaTauri, and he's crossing the line, and he's starting the lap. Kukong also starting his lap. There's only about 6 minutes left on this qualifying session, and there has been some retiring of the session already, and 5 people who haven't lapped still, so they're gonna be a little bit hurry up now. So I think Lenny is the first who's gonna start the lap. No, it's Jonah. My bad. So it's getting really nice traction on Gen 1 and heading into second variante. And that goes perfectly. Also the exit is really nice. Then Lesmos 1 and 2. Oh, he's goes a little bit wide and invalidates his laps. So 5 minutes left, and Jonah hasn't got any time yet. DJ FC F10 also in the lap, and he hasn't done a lap yet. And he goes from Lesmos 1 to the 2, and he doesn't invalidate his lap. Really nice exit of that turn, and DRS wide open and heading to the variante Ascari. And there's a sector 3 yellow flags, with a bit traffic ahead of McLaren driver. But so he's coming out of Parabolica. It's really nice line to the tighten up on the exit, and he goes P8 118.5. Rutger 97 is also on the lap, and let's see, Alba Kings, who hasn't made a lap yet, is also on the lap and really cutting these corners. It's very beautiful line from him, and he also gets really good exit of that corner, and they are wide open heading to the variante Ascari 100 meter pod braking, and then he got, maybe he gets a little bit slipstream ahead of one of the AlphaTauris. And he goes P4 118.1. That's amazing lap from him. So there's also Red Bull pairs on the track, and they are very good on Italy because they are so friendly and they giving each other slipstreams, and yeah, everything works from Red Bull drivers today. So let's jump on board with these Red Bull drivers and let's see what's gonna they're gonna bring to us. So they are starting lap and he's APAC, I think he's gonna, yes, he's gonna give very good slipstream to the Bombastic, and Bombastic is really have to push so hard to get up of the position, because APAC is first place and Bombastic is 10th. And he goes with a bit wide on the exit of the second variante, but Lesmos goes very well, and exit of the Lesmos 2 is and there's a lot of cars ahead him. Hopefully they would get away, out of the way, and he's proving his time about 4 tenths, and he got very good slipstream of the Alpha Tauris. See, Pax is coming out of the way. One final turn, Parabolica, and he's gonna put very good lap, and he goes P4, 118.1. It's so close with those 9-10 guys. About they are so close to each other. The whole pack is also only 1.3 seconds. Yeah. So let's see. Smiley is also he's got invalidated his lap. So let's see. Knight 7 is also invalidated his lap. So Pressure back is coming his lap, and he's trying so hard, and he high temperature is over 100. He's really pushing hard. He's coming right into Ascari, and he gets really nice line, doesn't get invalidated, and he got the slipstream of that Red Bull, and one final turn Parabolica. He gets really nice exit of the turn, and he goes and he tries to the interpits. Okay, so is anyone going to the lap? I don't think. Oh, there's some contact between Jonah and Kuplo, but they're already finished, so just EA driving. So that was the qualifying on Italy today, and next is the race. It's gonna be very exciting. This was very difficult qualifying to the Ferrari drivers. They have retired from the session already in first meters on Parabolica. So P1, Pasix, second number, Smiley in P3, Bombastic in P4, Alpha Kings P5, Noah P6, Rutger P7, Lenny P8, Brasserback P9, Licomania P10, Catterson P11, DJ FCF12, G-Bucks 13, Shockpen 40, 50, Chris and iCrow 16, Jonah P17. So let's see what kind of weather it's gonna be on the race. It seems to be clear and dry weather all the way through. And guys, please remember to not crash on the turn 1. The race isn't over after the turn 1, so please careful on the turn 1. So drivers are choosing their strategies, and I think it's gonna be soft, medium, or medium soft. But if there's safety car, it's gonna be soft hard. So it's formation lap, and yeah. So let's see. Let's see what kind of tires. Yep. Yeah, predicted pit stop strategy is one stop, soft, medium, or soft hard, and everybody on top 10 is on softs, and Catterson, DJ, SCF, C-Bucks, Chris, Jonah, and the Ferrari drivers are on medium tires. So yeah, so we are coming to the end of formation lap, and drivers are very sweeping on track to get heat on the tires, and Brasserback has disqualified on the section, so he is waiting on the grid for the guys. Yeah. Hopefully they don't crash to the Gen 1. And this is a great opportunity to the Red Bull drivers to score very good points. So 5 lights, and the lights are out, and away we go. Pasix gets a really good start. Also the Williams driver gets really good start, and we are heading into turn, and Race Point tries to go around the outside, but Pasix keeps his lead. And let's see, this is so close. and I think anybody doesn't get any damage to their cars at turn 1, and there's lots of battling between these guys. And Rutger gets penalty already for corner cutting, and he gains 1 position. They go side by side onward, and Rutger goes with a bit wide. I made also mistake in my race here. So PASIX has already gone a 1 lap, and but Smalley and Novor is really close, and Novor tries to go on Smalley at turn 1 but doesn't get the move done, and Southbend also get time penalty for track limits. Nice 9 from second variant, and APAC Kings also get time penalty for track limits. Italian track limits are really hard because there is so much speed carrying to the turns. So let's see, is there top 4 is already pulled away from APAC Kings and other guys, and Noah is really close to the APAC Kings. See, he's gonna train his battery, I think, and PASIX puts the fastest lap, 1:20.5, and Noah gets a move on Lenny on the straight. Nice overtake from him. And there's 2 battles with Sarpen and Nikomani, and also Rutger and Seabucks. And McLaren driver tries to go to the inside but doesn't really get the move done. And there's some happening to APAC Kings. What's happening? Has he got some damage or no? And Brasserback has gone into the pit and putting a medium tires. So shame to the APAC Kings. Does he gonna retire his car already from the race? It seems to be going to the pits and retire, I think. Yes, he is going to the pits. And there's good fight for the lead, and APAC Kings retired from the session. I don't know what happened to him. In Italy, you have to be so carefully to not waste your ERs, because it's very hard to defend. And there's teammate battle between Ferrari drivers Nick Phil and Thiago. And I think Thiago is gonna pass, and he's letting him pass. Yeah, they shouldn't waste time to the race each other. I think they should catch up these front runners. Yep. So PASIX has brought a 6/10 gap to Smelly, but it's so close because you have a DRS, and Rutger gets past of Nicomania also. Let's see, yeah. So no safety car yet. This is PSO field race 1 retire, but everything seems to be really nice going now. But this is so good fight for the lead. Three guys battling for the lead, and then it's Bombastic with a bit alone, and then is the other guys. So about 6 laps, and then we should see some pit stops. And Navarre tries to go on Smiley at turn 1, but doesn't get the move done really. Let's jump on board of him. He's got a little bit bad exit, and Smiley tries to go on PASIX. No, he's a little bit too far away. Amazing driving for these guys. And Bombastic is a very nice position, and I think he's enjoying watch the fight from the front runners, and when it's time he gonna attack to the them. And Noah is right behind Bombastic, and is he gonna pass on main straight to the turn 1 on his beautiful Alfa Romeo? Let's see, he's gaining and gaining and gaining, and he's going to the side of him, and he got the move done, and they're also battle of Navarre and Smiley. They are going side by side, and Navarre gets a really good exit, and is he gonna move to the PASIX? Or PASIX has... he is a little bit far away, but Navarre gets a move down to Smiley. That's a great move for him to P2, and now trying to catch up PASIX and overtake him. And yeah, Noah has got past Bombastic, and he's catching these guys also, and Bombastic is also catching those guys, but there's a 3-second gap between Sharpen and Bombastic, and DJ FC have got 3-second time penalty for track limits. And let's see what Noah can do. Is he... yeah, I think he's too far away. But Navarre is really close to the PASIX, and there's a 4-way battle for the lead, and Noah is really close on Smiley. She seems to be very quick now, but tires wouldn't last to many laps. But he's really low on his ERS. At the same time, Lenny got 3-second time penalty for the track limits. Yeah, let's see what he gonna do to the Smelly at Main Straight. Is he gonna pass him or is he too far away? Let's find out. But Smelly has a lot of more ERS and he's not using it at the moment. And Noah is too far away. And Navarp is really close to Passix. This is so amazing to watch fight for the lead. And then after few laps it's time to get into pits, and who's gonna be first is gonna be really powerful to do undercut and cut pass some of these guys, I think. And they are driving so cleanly, they don't even oversteer at Ascari. And Navarp is really close now to the Passix on his Williams. And oh, he got a little bit, and what of guys going pit? It's Navarp, Passix, Smelly. And Navarp is still going, yeah. Seems like the Ferrari pairing is coming. So Navarp is leading, but he is still on those soft tires, and Smelly, Snow and Passix has pitted to the medium tires. And I think Navarp has done a little bit mistake to not come into pits. But let's see which position he's gonna came when he goes to the pit. But he has 4.5 second gap to the bombastic Jonathan Red Bull. Let's see where is the Passix, and he's going already in Ascari, really trying to push so hard as Mali has right behind him, and Navarp goes into pits, and let's see where he's gonna come back. And he's coming from the pit, and Passix has gone to the lead, and Navarp goes right behind Smelly, but ahead of Noah. Yeah. So has Noah made some kind of mistake, because he is a little bit far away Passix now? But anyway, he isn't too far away. Really nice driving from Passix today. So let's see. There's a Ferrari parent, Nick Phil and Thiago. This has been really good day for the Ferrari drivers, but anything can happen. And shark pen goes into the pits. And there's a great fight between Jonah and Catterson, and also Seabucks is right behind, ahead of those guys. But Catterson is really low on his ERS. At the same time, Seabucks gets another 3-second time penalty for track limits, I think. Yeah, DJS 10 has already 6 seconds, and Rutger also has 6 seconds, and Tiago. And there's some 3-second time penalties, and Lenny got another 3 seconds. And everybody else has pitted, but top 7 are still not pitted, but they are on those old medium tires. And let's see what Pasix is doing, and he is right behind of those Ferrari drivers, and I think he is gonna pass them in 2 laps, as Mally also have keep it here car right behind Pasix, and there's a little bit gap to the number and Nah, but they are really good drivers, and I think they're gonna catch those guys in few laps. And there's another Red Bull driver, Bombastic. There isn't has been any incidents still, so this has been a very clean race for everybody, and Seabucks is trying to go ahead of DJ FCF, and sector 3 yellow flags, and it's a Iron Cyclone on the Variante Ascari has spun, and this is very useful place to make a mistake. So it's so hard corner to get right on so low downforce setup, and I think he's got front wing damage, and he goes to the pits to change it. And Pasix has overtaken those Ferrari drivers, and Navarre is right behind Nick Hill, and he goes past. And so yeah, Pasix is 7.3 seconds behind of Chris, which is on old mediums, so basically Pasix is the leader now. Yeah, it's amazing battle also between Seabucks and DJ FCF for the lead. They have gone already 40 laps on those medium tires, and they have to stop once, and I think they're gonna put softs to the end of the race. And there's another pair of drivers with new softs and new mediums. But there hasn't been so many overtakes, but the Seabucks and Caterson goes into pits and puts softs, and Pasix is already in third position, and Smiley is right behind him, also Navarp and Noah. And Brasselback got 5-second time penalty, and there's sector 3 yellow flags. And it's Brasselback retiring to the pits. Yep. And Lenny got another 3-second time penalty, and also Kuko gets 3-second time penalty, and Navarp and Noah has captured Smiley and Pasix, and there is good fight going on between these drivers. And DJ FCF goes to the pits, and Chris is leading at the moment, but he hasn't stopped yet, and he's really low on ERS because his back light is flashing. And Smiley tries to go around the outside and goes and pushing with a bit passage right to the gravel, and Navarp got already ahead of Pasix, and Noah is trying to get past also, and he goes to the inside, and Pasix is struggling now. He was on second place, but now he is in 5th place. That was really good overtake from those drivers on Pasix. But it's not the game over yet, so anything can happen, and any one of those 4 guys could win this race. They are driving so amazing race at the moment. But Navarp has got penalty, and he has to overtake Smiley, and he's trying to overtake, and he goes past him, and now he have to put amazing lap to get, and Smiley got hit off the back of Navarp, and Navarp has to push really hard to get front, like 3 seconds to win this race, but it's so hard to pull away from Smiley. DJ FCF got another 3-second time penalty. And Chris is still on track. He doesn't going to the pits. He has to stop once more. I think he's gonna really struggle those medium tires, and he's going to the pits now. Yep. And puts soft, and Navarp is now leading the race ahead of Smiley and Noah and Pasix. And Smiley and Noah is trying to get past Smiley. Yeah, but Smiley keeps his place, and there's some contact between Noah and Smiley and to turn one, and Basics gets a really good exit of that turn, but he's a little bit far away from Noah. And there's some and he goes a little bit wide, but amazing fight for these guys for the lead. It's really nice watching. Every lap they are going right behind over the gearbox and trying to get the move done and still keeping it clean and not dive bombing anyone. So this is so good race from those guys, and they respect orders. And Basics, I think he cuts it a little bit corner, but doesn't get any penalties. And Smiley is going to win the race now, but anything can happen, because Navarre has his time penalty. But Red Bull drivers are scoring very good points for the Constructors' Championship. They're now at P4 and P5. And there's Jonah has overtaken Shotgun. Let's see what. Oh, there's also very good battler for the 6th position. And Jonah is ahead of Shotgun now, but let's see what's right. And Seabucks is right behind his teammate, and he's going side by side with another Alpha Turret and tries to overtake Jonah on that house. And now they are chasing that house driver, and Lenny gets another 3-second time penalty. And Smiley is, and there's sector 3 yellow flags, and that's a Ferrari driver retiring to the pits. Tiago has retired from the session. And Smiley is 5/10 on Navarre. And Noah is 3/10 on Smiley. And Basics is right behind them, so the battle is on. They have battled since first lap, with the lap 21, and the win is going to be solved by these drivers on lap 27, I think. Nick Hill gets 3-second time penalty, and Noah is really close to Smiley, and he tries to go to turn 1 but doesn't get the move done. And Lenny has got to the pits, and Catherine gets 3-second time penalty. And Seabucks has overtaken Jonah and move it up to P6, and Noah has got past Smiley on Lesmo 1. That's not easy to pass, and Noah gets a bit loose-goosey on the exit Lesmo 2. That's amazing battle, and Navarre is already leading 1.2 because these guys are battling, and Noah is now really low on here ears. because his flight is flashing on the back of his car, and this gives opportunity to Smiley and PASIX overtake him on the main straight. Let's see. And PASIX is really close to the Smiley, and Smiley is really close, and they going 3 wide. No, they are going side by side with Smiley and Noah, and there's a little bit contact, but PASIX gets really moved, and it's gonna be with a bit contact with Smiley and PASIX, and PASIX got, I think he's gonna got some wind damage, and this is really costly to the lead, because Navarp is leading already 2 seconds from PASIX. I think Smiley got a little bit oversteer at turn 1 and hits the PASIX front wing, and it's gonna hurt him race. He's falling back, and he's 2.4 seconds on the lead, and Noah is overtaking him again, and it seems to be very difficult to race with broken front wing. But I think he's not gonna pit, and he's gonna fight for the end of the race, even he has the front wing damage. He is the man which can fight, even he has the front wing damage, and he's going to the Noah, and side by side at turn 1, and Noah with a bit locks up, and Smiley hits back of Noah, and Noah keeps his second place, and it seems to be like Navarp is going to win this race. He's 2.9 seconds clear of Noah. Let's see penalties. Yes, he has 3-second penalty, so, and now it's over 3 seconds, and Catterson and Jonah has, and there's some contact, I think. There was sector 2 yellow flags, and Seapax overtakes Bombastic. There is a lot of action between these 3 drivers, and this is amazing to watch. And again, Smiley tries to go on the PASIX, but PASIX has a lot of eras and going for the Noah. Is he gonna? No, he's gonna not do the move at turn 1, but is he gonna move to the second variant? No, he's a little bit too far away, but he has a lot of eras. It is going pretty well for Navarp and his Williams car. It's only 2 laps left to this race, and it's gonna be really hard to not to make mistakes on those laps, because he's knowing his chance to win this race. Even PASIX has wind damage, he's still fighting for the second position. And they are giving everything to get that P2 from Noah. And PASIX is, I think he's gonna wait a little bit, because he has ERS to use, and Noah and Smiley hasn't. So is he gonna pass him on the last lap on the main straight? But gap is closing between Noah and Navarre. It's so in this lap. It's only 3.1. It's gonna be so close. And it's still one more lap to go. And there's a fight on between these three drivers for the second position. Also, there's a DJFCF taking. Is he gonna take 7th position from Jon? I don't. He's gonna be a bit wide, far away. But let's go back to these guys. And they are so close to each others. And they are heading to the second variant there. And Navarre has gone a little bit wide and taken a little bit brake pod with him, and it's 2.3 seconds between Noah and Navarre. This is going to be win for Noah, I think. Let's see. Navarre has some difficulties, and Jonah has made a mistake and spun his cars right exit of the race mode 2, and now it's a final turn for Navarre, and he is gonna be P2 because of the penalty, and Noah is gonna win the race on here, Italy, and Basic is second and Smiley has third. Same to Navarre, he's fourth, but and Stipax is P5. And Nick Phil 11th. Nick Mania is the last turn, and he's crossing the finish line on P12 on that McLaren. And then it's Lenny, and he's and Rutger, and then it's Kuklon coming off the Ascari. One final straight, and then it's only Parabolica to go. And then it's a race over in here. So he's gonna be P15, and he's crossing a pit line. And Noah, he's the new driver in this division and gets a debut win. Amazing race from him. It was very close race, those drivers, and I think they enjoy very much from those battles on the track. So P1 Noah on Alfa Romeo, and second is Basics, and Smiley is on third, Navarre fourth, Seapax P5, Bombastic P6, Catterson P7, Chris P8, DJ P9, Shark Pen P10, Nick Phil P11, Nick Mania P12, Rutger P13, Lenny P14, Kuklon P15, and rest of the teams are DNF from the race. So that was the race in Italy, Monza, and next time we are gonna be in Montreal, Canada, and that's gonna be very exciting race also. There's a lot of overtaking opportunities, and yeah. And the next time we think we could get some interviews on a first and second and third driver of the race. Yeah, so it's goodbye from me now, and let's see you guys on next week in Montreal, Canada.